Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So in today's video we're heading back to the Women's and Children's Hospital because Max is getting some scans done. So from our last visit with Pulmonary Medicine, the doctor has organised a couple tests for Max, and so the first one is a barium swallow test and the second one is an airway study. Now these tests are just precautionary and they're looking just to rule a few things out, and she did say to us that she'll have a look over the results, and if there's anything concerning she'll contact us straight away, but if not we'll discuss the results at our next appointment at the start of March. So let's go. So we just finished up with Max's appointment to have the scans done, and when we went into the scans, Ellen stayed in the waiting room with Leo because Leo was hungry and he wanted to have a breastfeed, and I went into the room with Max. And first thing I noticed was that there was quite a few people in the room. There was two nurses there to help me with you know, holding Max and everything like that. Then there was two other people behind some monitors in like a kind of shielded room in the corner, and then there was the doctor that came in a little bit later, who would be performing the scan and controlling the x-ray machine. So basically they gave me a rundown of what was going to happen, what they were feeding him and everything like that, and then I spoke to the doctor quickly. And then we got Max undressed and we put him underneath the x-ray, and that was just on a little bed, and the x-ray kind of came down just above him, and the doctor could control moving the bed but then also moving the x-ray above him. And so first they did the airway study, and they actually wanted to see his lungs under a bit of stress. Now with a normal child they just simply ask them to take a few deep breaths, but obviously with a baby you know, you can't really say, hey, do this. So they actually got Max to start crying, and that actually was a little bit difficult because he was actually in a pretty good mood and he was just loving the attention that the nurses and everyone else was giving him. So it actually took him a while to get a little unsettled and start crying. We actually had to look away and stop giving him attention for a while before he started to start crying. But that's just typical with our boys. They just love attention and just soak it all up. And so first, because it was a real-time x-ray, first she had him on his back, and she was just looking at the footage of him crying and having a look at his airways and everything like that. And then she got us to turn him on his side. After she got all the footage that she wanted, then we started the barium swallow test. And so while he was still on his side, they just brought the bottle over and they got him to start feeding. And a little bit earlier I did tell him that we had a video fluoroscopic swallow study done, and that it was confirmed that he was aspirating, and so they knew that already. And so when he was taking the bottle and swallowing that, I was kind of a little concerned with the doctor's reaction after Max started drinking. And so obviously she's watching the x-ray in real time, and she could see Max swallowing the barium and everything like that, and she was like, okay, stop, okay, yep, we're done, yep. And that makes me think that maybe the aspiration is worse than what they thought, or worse than what we were led to believe.
Even just worse for what we would, like, I guess we would expect.
Yeah.
If it is developmental, you would expect it's getting better, but clearly it's not.
Yeah. What she was able to do with the x-ray machine was, while Max was drinking the bottle with the barium, she was able to follow the liquid from his mouth down his esophagus and into his stomach all the way through, and she was actually moving the bed, and the x-ray machine was staying still, but she was moving the bed to follow that, which was just really interesting because we'd never seen anything quite like that before.
Well, I've definitely never seen it.
Yeah. First we did that on his side, and then we moved him onto his back, and he was drinking from the bottle again. She had the same reaction with the nurses that were feeding him. I was actually surprised with how quick the test took, because I think we were told that it could take up to 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think it said 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And it was like 20.
Yeah. So that actually took quite, like, not a long time, which was good. After that, I got Max dressed again, and then I had a quick chat to the doctor that was performing the scan, and she was able to confirm that he does have some floppy airways. The extent of that we won't know until we have our meeting with pulmonary medicine, but she did ask when we were meeting with pulmonary medicine again, and I just advised her that it was on the 4th of March. We don't know to the extent of the floppiness or the aspiration or anything they saw on those tests, so we could get a phone call.
Yeah, the pulmonary medicine doctor did say that if she's going to follow it up, and if there's any issues, she would contact us. Last time with his x-ray, she didn't follow up with us, and there was issues with the x-ray, so I'll give it a couple days, maybe a week, and then I will request the results myself and get my GP to look over it, and if we have any concerns, we'll call her. She's very good about taking our calls, but also next week we've got an appointment we've got an appointment with the HENS clinics with the dietitian and the speech pathologist.
Yeah.
And they will be in contact with, they're in contact with the respiratory doctor anyway, but we also have the cardiologist on the Friday, so we can get them to check it over anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. And then after that, we went to a holding room, and then we fed Max, because Max had to fast for 4 hours before doing the test, just so there was nothing in his stomach, so like nothing would just come up obscure on the scan. So yeah, we just brought his pump and his rack and everything like that, and we just fed him, and that's basically it. So at the moment, we're just waiting. That's the end of the video today. So if you're interested to see what we have going on, look out for the upcoming videos. Better yet, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. I guess I was kind of what's the word I used before? Not surprised, but it was kind of I was kind of concerned with the doctor's.
I was like literally sitting here thinking concern,
Yeah.
concern, but you were like, you said surprise.
Yeah.